What makes a good biochar? Our soils are in trouble. Longer droughts, shorter and more intense rain events, and increasing temperatures are putting immense pressure on farmland around the world. What used to be fertile soil in many regions is now turning into dry, compacted ground. Water drains too quickly, nutrients wash away, and crops suffer. Add to that the rising costs of fertilizers and the pressure to reduce emissions, and it becomes clear. Farmers are looking for new, sustainable solutions to maintain soil health and productivity. In many parts of Europe, we've seen topsoils shrink by several centimeters over the past decades, with organic matter content dropping drastically. Without humus and stable soil carbon, the earth simply can't hold water the way it used to. This leads to faster erosion, lower yields, and greater dependency on external inputs like synthetic fertilizers. At the same time, farmers are facing rising pressure to reduce CO2 emissions and operate more sustainably. It's a difficult balance, keeping yields stable, soil healthy, and operations profitable. One of the most promising tools? Biochar. But not all biochar is created equal. Let's break down what actually makes a good biochar for agricultural use, and how farmers can tell the difference between a promising soil amendment and a useless, even harmful byproduct. Biochar is a carbon-rich material produced by pyrolysis, the thermal decomposition of organic material like wood chips, straw, or nut shells in the absence of oxygen. It's not just charcoal, it's a powerful tool that can transform degraded soils, retain water and nutrients, support microbial life, and store carbon for hundreds of years. But here's the catch: it only works if the quality is right. High-quality biochar has three key properties: a stable carbon structure, a high internal surface area, and very low levels of contaminants. Its porous surface allows it to hold water, bind nutrients, and serve as habitat for microorganisms. This is what gives it value in the field. One major myth in the biochar world is that it needs to be charged or preloaded before application. This is partly true. When biochar is applied directly to soil without any nutrients, it can initially absorb nitrogen or phosphorus from the soil, making them temporarily unavailable to plants. That's why in most agricultural systems, biochar is mixed with compost, manure, or liquid fertilizers before application, a process known as nutrient charging. This ensures that the biochar doesn't create a nutrient vacuum, but instead becomes an effective delivery system. However, if done wrong, for example, if the biochar contains ash, residues, or harmful substances from treated wood, or contaminated biomass, it can actually harm soil microbiology or raise pH levels too much. Some low-quality biochars have been found to contain heavy metals or persistent organic pollutants. Others might have too high ash content, causing soil salinization or nutrient imbalance. That's why certification is key. The European Biochar Certificate, EBC, is currently one of the most trusted standards globally. It sets strict criteria for feedstock quality, pyrolysis conditions, carbon content, and pollutant levels. Farmers should always ask suppliers for EBC certified biochar if they plan to apply it to fields. The EBC differentiates between various types of certified biochar: EBC-AgroBio, suitable for agricultural applications, including composting and direct soil use; EBC Feed, approved for use as feed additive in livestock nutrition; EBC Construction, approved for use in materials like concrete and asphalt. If you're a farmer, EBC-AgroBio is the label to look for. It guarantees that the biochar has been tested for all relevant parameters: pH, heavy metals, PAHs, surface area, and stability, and is safe to use on your fields. So what's a good feedstock? The best biochars come from clean, dry agricultural or forestry residues, things like wood chips, nut shells, grain husks, or prunings. These contain enough lignin and cellulose to form a stable carbon structure without introducing contamination. And what about the pyrolysis process? It matters a lot. Higher temperature pyrolysis, typically above 500 degrees Celsius, tends to produce biochar with higher carbon stability and surface area, which is better for long-term carbon sequestration. But too high a temperature can reduce the number of functional groups needed for nutrient binding. This is where modern controlled pyrolysis systems like ours at Pyro Power come into play. Our patented technology allows for stable, clean, and efficient production, producing a consistent biochar quality with known parameters. We don't rely on luck or backyard kilns. We track temperature profiles, gas flow, and residence time in every batch. For farmers, this means confidence. confidence that the product they apply to their fields has high water holding capacity, proven nutrient retention, stable carbon structure, no harmful substances, we've already seen it in action, sandy soils that suddenly hold water longer, vegetable growers reducing their fertilizer needs, and composters improving their humus content with biochar as an additive. So if you're working the land, ask for data, ask for certificates, and remember, the right biochar can be a game changer. The wrong one just burned waste. If you want to learn more about how to apply and integrate biochar into your farming system, stay tuned for our next episode. We'll dive into application techniques, dosages, and field results.